big Make-A-Wish fundraiser locally in quite a few years. So hopefully you can all come and get your tickets for me. It'll be really fun.
Okay, so that's coming up. So birthdays, we'll cover real quick. Mark, Burchett, have you talked about your birthday? It was a while back, November 30th.
3 months ago.
I know. You remember anything about it?
Barely.
Yeah.
We actually, I think, just went out to dinner because we just got back from a long trip. So.
Oh, $205.
Where'd you tell where the trip was? What'd you do?
Well, where'd we go? We went to Thailand and to Burma.
Oh my goodness.
And you rode bike.
We did a bike trip in Burma for 2 weeks. Gone for 2 weeks. On our birthday, we were kind of recuperating from that. So long time back in November.
In case you skipped, Brenda Bishop had a birthday, George Kavika had a birthday, Cam Appleton, I looked ready to see, had a birthday, Ron Sharp, that same day, had a birthday. Our Louisiana baby.
Yeah. So we flew up to Bellevue, Washington right before Christmas.
And that day had significance otherwise too, right? End of the year, end of work. End of the year. Retired on his birthday.
Yeah, so we flew up to Bellevue, Washington, and that's where our sister lives, and it's also where we picked up our new Euro van.
What's her name?
It's Lexi.
Lexi the luxury lighter.
Yeah. So we've got some adventures planned.
All right, well, we'll look forward to hearing about those too. Okay, there is. Also, Linda Moore's birthday, Randy Mendoza's birthday, Brian Plumman's birthday in the month of January so far. In addition to that, there is one other birthday, and it's today. And it's Scott Heller. And he is driving up. So I thought as we were singing that I would run around and take a video of all of you. It's to all Rotarians, happy birthday. And we'll send that to him so he can watch it on his way up here or this morning.
When he pulls over.
Yes. So anyway, Brother Dick, would you?
Happy birthday to you,
everybody.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Might as well do anniversaries. Rebecca and Egg Crow had an anniversary on January 2nd. Rebecca's here.
Yeah, we really didn't do much because we went, we did a little vacation up to Washington for Christmas. Off the family, played a bunch of snow, and so we were really tired. And it's 14 years, it's not 15. It was disappointing to me, but you know, I knew it was going to be 14. So we'll do something fun next year. Have a great time with the family.
Thank you.
Happy to.
Oh, it's coming up, January 26th. Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, we have got a program today, and Maggie Kraft is going to introduce our program. And it is 7:23. Really good. Really good.
Very well. Thank you. So I'm really excited about our program today because it is something that Area 1 Agency on Aging has been working on with this group for a couple of years now. It's been about 2.5 years when Area Agency started working on the idea, the concept of creating a village here locally, which is not actually a place, but it's a service. It's a way that people, seniors and people who want to work and volunteer to help seniors remain independent in their own homes, it's a way to bring people together to do that. Our government, you know, the services we have in our agency and other government agencies are very limited in scope. They, in terms of what services they can provide, and this is a way that the community can be more involved in taking care of ourselves and each other. So out of that work a couple years ago, a very dedicated group of volunteers came together started a steering committee, a marketing committee, and they have been fantastically organized, and we're moving forward. It's called Redwood Coast Village, and they are this close to becoming an independent nonprofit. They're accepting members and volunteers to get involved, and JoAnn Schuch is here today as the person that really, if she were not involved in this, it never would have happened. We got it started as an agency, but the best thing we did was to pull JoAnn in because she's been the driving force. So she's here today to tell you about both what it can do for you and what you can do as being a volunteer to help others. So JoAnn, take it away.
Thank you. So Maggie really is the main reason this has happened, I have to say. Hang on a second. So yeah, this is kind of a mutual admiration society. First of all, thank you so much for having me here to talk, and really appreciate what the Rotary does. I'm good friends with Scott Heller, and so I've followed the story of the Rotary through his eyes for a number of years, and he's informed me about all the different projects you guys do, and it's really an asset to the community. So Redwood Coast Village is the group that formed under the auspices of Area 1 Agency on Aging. We're a program of the Area 1 Agency on Aging. Our motto is we help seniors stay in their own homes. And you may have noticed that people around you are getting older.
Not us.
I got involved in this because I was taking care of my mother and my father and my aunt, and my mom and dad moved up here, and we all lived in the same house together, and it was really a crash course in what's happening with senior care and what the world is like as you get older. And we have some really wonderful businesses and agencies here in Humboldt County that support older people, but it was like there was a little bit of gap in that day-to-day thing, in helping people on everyday tasks. So if you have had a family member who's gotten older, you might be aware that things get a little bit harder to do. It's harder to get the big recycling bin out, and then you have to take people maybe to a medical appointment, pick them up, and if you're working, that's a little bit harder. But it gets easier if people can help each other. And the idea of the village was something that, while I was taking care of my folks, I started reading about. And then I was delighted to find out that Area 1 was working on seeing if people would accept it. Villages coordinate volunteer help so that people can continue living in their own homes. It's really as simple as getting people together, somebody who has the time to drive you to a medical appointment or has the ability to come over and take out that trash can for you. We match those people to the people who need it. We actually have started services, and in Arcata, McKinleyville, and Eureka is happening this week. So it's kind of an ongoing thing. We do the things that a friend or neighbor would do. And also help with things like home technology. That's one of the major things that people need assistance with, is coming in and helping explain things about the computer or your cable remote, or how to operate any of the cell phones or those devices. And if someone has an injury or an illness, which can happen to any of us, we can support somebody after that. So one of the people who is a member of our village in Arcata called up because she had a knee operation. She needed her dog walked. So we walked her dog for her and helped her that way. And the other thing that I think is evident is that as every family goes through the aging process, it's sort of like you have to learn from scratch. And if we can be there to help each other and give each other information about the process, it helps everybody, because you can share and support each other in this effort. Redwood Coast Village, if you were to call into our central number, we would also have referrals to other agencies that are available. For instance, the Lions Club offers free eye testing for low-income people. They'll actually drive you down to San Francisco, put you up, do your eye testing, and bring you back up again. So if somebody calls in to our Redwood Coast Village office, we can give them referrals to the other agencies. Things like what Area 1 does with ICAP, which teaches people about Medicare, Medi-Cal benefits.
Medicare, yeah.
Medicare, sorry, I always get those mixed up. And you know, we can refer them to the other agencies that are already in existence, because we don't try to duplicate what other people are doing. There's so much need out there that we're doing things that somebody is not already doing. And you know, this helps keep people safer. So the example we give a lot when we do our talks is, you know, if you need to have a light bulb changed up here, that might not be a good thing for a senior to come in and set up a ladder and climb up there and change that light bulb. It's something that a volunteer can do, and it's a good thing to keep a senior off of the ladder, because as we all know, a fall can trigger a whole sequence of ending someone's independence. So if we can get together and help each other in that way, that's a good thing to do. That, by the way, is a Rotarian up on the ladder there. We don't duplicate what other agencies and businesses do. We share information about the services from other agencies. And we don't do any medical care, and we don't do any personal care. So, you know, we're not going to come in and help somebody with bathing or something like that. But it's all about lending a hand. So there's our fine young man over there. So we were led by the Area 1 Agency on Aging, and there's Maggie doing one of our first speaking engagements. And these started back in November of 2014. We scheduled some speaking engagements through Ollie, and it was just one of these lunchtime meetings, and we really expected to get like 15 or 20 people to show up for this thing. The first one had 65 people come. The second one in December of 2014, we had 85 people show up, and in February of 2015, we had 107 people come to these meetings. So, and this was just for reading, you know, the brochures. We hadn't even done any advertising. So that's really when we started organizing. And the first steering committee was formed only in May of 2015. So since then, with the help of Area 1, we've really formed an organization. It's like starting a business. We have almost, we have over 100 members and volunteers already signed up, and this is paying members. And we've already started services. So we've been one of the fastest developing villages across the United States. And it definitely, we took input from the public while we were doing a number of speaking engagements. We've probably done about 80 speaking engagements in that time too. And we've had the work of more than 70 people have been part of this process. It's been, it's something I've never seen before, is the kind of support we've gotten. And the McLean Foundation, St. Joseph's Care for the Poor, the Union Labor Health Foundation, Area 1 Agency on Aging, of course, the Jefferson Project, OSHA Lifelong Learning Institute, Redwood Community Action Agency, and the Senior Action Coalition. All of these have been part of supporting this effort as it's been taking off. And we've had really great support from the public, and donations from the public, and help from these other agencies. So what is a village? A village is not a physical location of any sort. It's a membership organization. Members offer their skills to help each other, and then we also have outside volunteers of all ages. So you don't have to be a member of the village to be part of volunteering. You can just be a volunteer. And villages across the country accept people from 8 to 8 to 108. You can be a 90-year-old volunteer helping a 60-year-old get to a medical appointment. It is a national movement. This started in Beacon Hill, Massachusetts back in 2002. It was a community in Boston that the people didn't want to have to leave their apartments and their homes and their neighborhoods and the places they loved just because it was getting a little bit harder to shovel the sidewalks. They said, hey, if we can get somebody in to help shovel, and maybe I'm still driving, I can take you shopping, and you understand computers, you can help me. So it was the idea of members supporting members and trading services with each other, but it was also coordinating outside volunteers who wanted to help. So now there's over 205 villages across the United States, and that's growing. There are over 60 in California. And I went to a meeting of the California Village Coalition last year. I was surprised to find out there are 6 other villages on the 101 corridor. And I had no idea. Every